fantasy football.
It's my quarterback. If you guys do that, man, it's unfair.
How's your fantasy team looking this year?
I won $1 million.
Come after me! I'm a man! I'm 40!
This is Janelle James, and you're listening to My Fantasy Wife Podcast.
My Fantasy Wife Podcast.
Style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable.
Blair.
I watched 40 minutes of Space Jam this weekend. It's 40 minutes of my life. I'm not going to get back.
Put that in your pipe and smoke.
Gary.
They had already announced he was leaving. He just didn't want to wait out the 30. You know how when you quit a job, you got to give him 30 days or whatever.
2 weeks. You've never had a real job, have you?
No.
He is the man in the fantasy world.
Drew.
You're not a Peyton Manning fan.
I'm not a Manning fan.
You can't be serious, man. You cannot be serious!
Lewis.
You love Burger King.
Yeah, I like Burger King.
Yeah.
Not the game. We're talking about practice, man.
You're listening to My Fantasy Wife Podcast. www.myfantasywife.com.
Welcome, listeners, to My Fantasy Wife, the weekly sports meets comedy meets marriage podcast, where a husband and wife discuss sports, fantasy leagues, and their impact on pop culture and relationships, including their own. I'm the wife, comedian Blair Postman.
Hey, Blair.
Hey, guys. I'm joined by my husband and sports stat expert, Mr. Gary Hames.
Energy.
Also joining us today, Mr. Hot Topics and our social media maven, comedian and pet nurse, Drew Harrison.
Hello.
Hello. And rounding things out, sound engineer, comedian, bon vivant, and man about town, Mr. Louis Bishop.
Pure energy, pure energy.
To never miss our weekly episodes, extras, and high-energy intros, subscribe in iTunes, Stitcher, or YouTube. Find us on Facebook and Instagram at My Fantasy Wife Podcast, Twitter at My Fan Wife, and support the podcast by liking and rating us in iTunes. Miss any of that? Then go to our website, myfantasywife.com, with links to everything. Gary,
Yep.
Tell us about this week's sponsor.
Sure, Blair. This week's sponsor is Podhive. Podhive.com matches small to mid-sized podcasts and advertisers. Podcasts get matched with advertisers who might otherwise miss them. Advertisers get heard by listeners of cool podcasts who would be their perfect customers. It's an audio sponsorship love connection. Go to podhive.com for more information. That's podhive.com.
Well, thank you, Gary. Upcoming guests this week, which is sort of episode 114 2.0 from Talk Soup and Queer as Folk comedian and pop culture expert Hal Sparks. Woo! Well, that ended perfectly.
It sure did.
We must do it the same again every time.
Hal Sparks will be on every week from now on, so
Exactly,
we can work
just
that
so
out.
we can work that in.
Or else somebody else with a 5-letter last name.
Right, it has to. The timing has to work out just perfectly, including the credits. Hey, everybody! Good to see everyone again.
Did you lose your vision?
What's that?
You lost your eyesight?
No. Oh, Gary Hames.
Sorry.
Jesus Christ. No, it's good to be in the same room with everyone. I've been able to see this whole time.
Okay.
So I called this the episode number 114 2.0, and that's because last week, this time, we were taping an episode, and in that middle of the episode, we got a call from the vet saying that we had to take our cat to the emergency surgery vet in Raleigh, North Carolina, NC State Veterinary Hospital.
It's like 9 hours from here.
It's about 2 hours. It was plenty. It was plenty.
Yeah.
And so
Felt like 9 hours.
It felt like 9 hours and like 9 minutes, all at the same time. And so he's doing well. Maximum Cat is doing well, but
Did he lose his penis?
Well, he knows where the penis still is.
I don't think of it as losing a penis.
Just when
so
he went
much
there,
as
another guy was using it.
Gaining a vagina, I think. No, what he had a stone. This is TMI.
No, I like it. Go for it.
But well, I know you like it, but it's TMI for the listeners.
Yeah, but you're a bon vivant. The
Yes.
normal person probably wouldn't really want to hear this.
Right.
Sure, bon vivant wants to know.
You can call him all the Frenchy names you want, but he still likes a good cheeseburger.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. But
I don't know what a bon vivant is.
I don't either.
It's like a fancy, high-living person
Oh.
who would stay out all night and go to speakeasies and
Right.
stuff.
I once had a sticky bon vivant.
Yeah, you got to be either rich or connected, I think, really, to be
I thought it was a fancy word for rich people that pay poor people to like kill each other. Like in what is the Purge?
Wow.
What all I'm watching? That's what came to mind.
That's immediately what came to mind for you.
What came to mind.
The first thing that came to mind for Drew was rich people who pay poor people to kill each other.
Like in that Ice-T movie we're always talking about.
Yeah.
Like a Hunger Games kind of thing.
Yeah,
sort of.
Okay. Interesting. We'll explore that psychology later. But he had bladder stone stuck in his urethra. They tried to get it out. It was a Sunday, so our vet wasn't open. They tried to get it out here so they could put in a catheter and then do the surgery on Monday, and it couldn't be removed, and so they had to do a special surgery. That is not completely unlike some elements of a...
Yes, it is. Nothing like that.
They kind of... Well, Drew, you're the pet nurse. Why don't you explain?
It's a kitty cat sex change.
Okay, see, I was going to say that. Gary didn't want me to. But they kind of move things around.
What
and make
happened
a
to
wide
Drew?
hole.
You're the expert. Why don't you explain it?
Well, okay. Can you explain
did.
it? It's not really a
It turned
sex
his penis
change.
inside out.
Right, okay. Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah. That's
Really?
what- yeah.
No.
They redirect the urethra.
What happened to Drew? You're the pet nurse. You're the expert.
I said no.
Right.
One word in answer to Lewis's question. You just took
How
off
would-
down the yellow brick road.
How would you explain it then?
I wouldn't. I'd leave it to Drew, the expert.
I see. Could we get that explanation again, Drew?
No.
Okay.
All right. Well, hey.
Well,
that
Okay, I
was,
got one question. I
so
got one
much for
question.
the improv training.
Right.
I got one question. Sorry.
Yes.
It's just because I hire homeless people to fight each other.
Right.
So does he have both parts now? Or
Yeah, no. He basically
He's still got his penis.
They cut the urethra like at the base of the penis and have it directly send the
Turn it
urine
out.
out into the world instead of going out through the penis.
Which a cat penis is like so narrow, so that's why male cats.
That way the stone doesn't have to go
do
through
that
that
a lot.
really narrow passage.
So it can just shoot right out.
In the
Yep.
future, hopefully, he will pass the stones before they get too big to go.
Oh my god!
I think, Gary, that you actually have read up a lot on that because that was very specific.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Just something I heard.
So hopefully he's at the...
We were talking at the warehouse the other day, and what happened to
Did you draw everybody a diagram?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Instead of like bad jokes, you guys just talk about like cat sex changes.
Right. Yeah.
Did you guys hear the one about the dog?
Yeah, and at least Max works either way. Sort of.
Yeah.
So he's resting comfortably at the local vet, just so our other cat doesn't like sabotage
Rip his stitches
him.
out,
Yeah, and that kind of thing for a few days. But yeah, it was quite the excitement. We dropped everything. We talked to Wills Maxwell, and that was it.
Is the other cat a guy or girl?
It's a guy.
They're both boys. They're brothers.
Oh, that's gonna be awkward.
Yeah.
Like from the litter, but why is it going to be awkward? Neither of them has other key elements.
Well, I mean, his brother has no idea yet.
Right,
And
but
you're gonna reintroduce him into that environment. He might get picked on.
he already does.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't think it's going to have a practical difference.
Okay.
In their
Everything
relationship.
critical is protected by like 4 inches of fat, so I don't think you can get to anything.
Yeah, I feel like fat and fur.
Yeah.
F and F, fat and fur. That's how we roll.
Yeah.
Any other questions about our cat, his anatomy, anything at all before we move on?
He had to wear, the best thing was he had to wear one of those collars, you know, those Victorian collars.
Right.
Right.
Elizabethan
collars, yeah. That he didn't appear to really enjoy that.
He did when I was driving around. He did kind of lean his head on top of. He kind of got it so he could lean his head on top of it.
Is it a cloth one?
No, it's a plastic,
Plastic?
clear plastic.
Yeah, and he definitely tried to lick himself and forgot that it was on there and basically just rammed the collar into his groin and then licked the inside of the collar.
Yeah, which is another reason why he's staying at the vet because it's just too hilarious to watch that nonstop.
I don't want to watch that.
I mean, it's too distracting. We won't get anything done.
He also has a fentanyl patch.
Oh,
What is that?
A fentanyl patch,
Nice.
which I'm told is quite the thing they have around here.
yeah, that's some serious.
You
drugs.
could sell that on eBay for
I know.
some money.
That's another reason when I bring him home, our neighbors will be over at our house licking our cat.
Yeah. That's a bit of a problem in this neck of the wood, or probably everywhere.
Yeah.
With that well, you remember on Breaking Bad, he went to the vet once.
Yes,
You know,
and broke bad.
Yes, he did break bad.
Broke very bad.
All right, guys. All right, that's pretty much it. I mean, what did you guys do when we left last week? We'd sit
Lewis
around
made
worry?
me a fabulous margarita.
Yep.
Really?
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh.
And we hung out.
Wow. And we
It
never
was
do
watermelon.
that when we're
It was
here.
nice.
A watermelon margarita?
Right. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Because we had a Mexican night the night before.
Oh.
That's where my friends come over. We do like a dinner party. I get 2 homeless Mexican gentlemen.
Right.
And they fight each other to the death.
Right.
Right.
And
as you do.
Right. And so I made margaritas the night before, and I asked Drew if he would like one. So that's what I did. Yeah,
He is a fantastic bartender.
Quite the bartender.
Now, what brand tequila do you make?
I go almost bottom shelf tequila.
Aristocrat?
No, I don't do Aristocrat. I do El Toro.
Oh, does it have a picture of a bull on the front?
It does, and a little hat for the.
Is it a plastic container?
No, it's glass.
Glass. Oh, well, it's not bottom shelf then.
I said almost.
He said almost bottom shelf.
I don't do Aristocrat.
Although Aristocrat would kind of go well with your aristocratic ways. Of,
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's a
bon
play
vivant
on.
way.
It's a play on words,
Right.
Either I do El Toro, or I'll do still bottom shelf Patron, or I'll do still bottom shelf. No, but yeah. So. Tequila or any alcohol, you have 2 drinks, and then
it doesn't matter anymore.
Doesn't matter after 2 drinks.
Was there a worm in the bottle?
No, there's no worm.
Okay. Yeah.
No.
Is the worm still
Why
considered?
Why did they used to do that? The worm in the tequila.
I think it's just one of those things. Like it's just a thing
for show.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I'm pretty sure somebody still does it.
You could look that up.
Oh yeah, sure. This is my job, right?
I'm actually launching my own tequila brand.
Oh yeah, what's that?
It's called El Bicho.
Yeah,
but it's where I stuff a homeless person in the bottle.
Sure.
And
right.
You have to, college kids will
or
like
the
it.
little snipped off part of a
finger?
formerly cat penis.
Oh, that's
is it
good
one
too.
of those fancy hand blown bottles?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
Is
Classy.
Is there a there's a
is it
picture
shaped like a
of
cactus?
No, I think I think it should be in the shape of a bishop.
Well,
like a drunk bishop.
Oh, yeah.
Like a drunk, Mexico City, archdiocese
Like the shape
bishop.
of like the thing on top of that big mountain in
yeah,
Rio.
like
that.
Like that's
like
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Jesus.
Jesus, yeah.
But of that style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, see, it's not really tequila. The worm is actually
Mezcal.
originated with mezcal.
Yeah.
And it was largely just a marketing ploy.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it worked.
I know everything about drinking.
It really worked. It really worked.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, I guess we're not going to do any fact checking because we don't have any facts from last week.
I don't know.
to
Are we
check.
finished with the cat? Because
Yeah.
I thought the shaving was pretty. He had quite a odd shaving job.
I mean,
because
we're not barbers, okay?
They shaved his entire backside, like his whole back, and he's a furry cat, so like it
they
really
looks. They probably
funny.
wanted to shave him a nice potty patch.
Yeah, but
he's
then
gonna be peeing everywhere.
No, that's
now.
true. But then they also shaved like half of his top of his back because they gave him
sometimes you just don't know where to
an
stop.
Epidural.
I've shaved a cat too, and I'm
gets
just like,
fun.
where do you stop?
Well, it's
I
just
don't-
odd because it was odd because they didn't shave like down all in one. They shaved like some up here and the rest down here, and then there's a furry patch in the middle.
it's kind of like a
little odd looking.
baboon.
Yes, he looks like a baboon
Nice.
from behind.
Okay,
Yeah, yes.
cool.
It'll grow back.
That's what I hear.
It'll grow back.
Mine didn't.
We're supposed. Well, Gare, sorry. Well,
Say
we're supposed to learn. Oh, we could do this one of the episodes. Drew, you could train us. We're supposed to learn how to shave him to keep it, keep things nice down there.
Yeah, I got you.
So could we do a little demonstration maybe
Little
next
cat
week?
Brazilian?
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Yes,
we
right.
won't bring in a live cat.
Should we use wax instead of shaving?
I think you should use Nair.
Oh, Nair stings, and that can get places.
Having used Nair, it does not sting. What it does is the smell of hair being dissolved by Nair is a horrific smell.
Okay, well, we both hate it for different reasons.
Right.
So, tomato.
This Nair is burning my penis and vagina at the same time.
It's tomato. But we could
But
get
since he's more likely to get bladder infections with this, the Nair might kill the germs.
No, it will. It's terrible.
I say you just dip his backside in bleach once every 2 weeks.
Oh my God Almighty! Yeah, we'll get a little like stuffed cat, like a fake cat, and Drew will teach us how to do it.
You can wash them in Ajax.
No.
When I was a child, me and my mom had to go to the women's shelter because I had a good childhood, and and there was a lady there.
Wait a minute. There was a lady at the women's shelter?
Yeah, there was a lady there
Right.
that some of the other ladies said she was crazy because she ate her cereal with water instead of milk.
Oh.
And then another thing that she did was crazy was that she would get in a bathtub and put a whole thing of Ajax and wash with Ajax. Just wacky stuff like that. So maybe you could do that. That would probably keep them nice and clean, right? That kills all germs.
Oh, Yes.
Like the powder Ajax, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Scrubbing out.
Right.
It's like a Silkwood shower.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well,
There'd be hardly any contamination left.
all right. Is there anything
We
left?
here at My Fantasy Life podcast do not condone anything that you're going to do to your cat that you just heard.
Yeah,
Right.
very good. Are we pretty much done with the cat biology lesson?
I'm
and
not
all
done
that?
with the cat.
Well, not forever. I mean, just for
No.
now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, for now.
Okay. Can we have a little change of topic music? Oh God. Oh,
That's
ooh,
great. Thank
okay. Well, we're not doing any fact checking, so we're gonna
Never saw such a change of topic.
get into the not change of gender music, just change the topic. Hot topics, and guys, the NBA playoffs are happening.
Yes, just in. They're going on.
Yes, they are continuing, and I understand that have heard that the Golden State Warriors are ahead 3-0 over the Jazz. Is that right?
Yep.
And what are the big stories coming out? Right.
Well, Cleveland is actually up on Toronto at the half. They will sweep Toronto if they win tonight.
Oh.
And it's what everyone expected. It's going to be the Cavaliers and Golden State in the finals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
does look like that.
Round 3.
Although I'm not writing off Houston because
Yeah.
I tell you what, they've had moments when that first game with San Antonio, they look like they could have
but
beaten
I don't.
my little league team.
I don't.
We were really
they're
good.
the Rockets. They're going to self-destruct. I feel
Probably
like.
they're not there yet.
They
but
won't get past the Spurs.
Well, who else
I'm
is-
excited about that Spurs Golden State matchup.
Who
Yeah.
else is left besides if it's Spurs or Houston versus Golden State? What's on the other side for the Cavs?
Cavs are going to take care of Toronto. It looks like today, and then you got Celtics,
Boston. They haven't won yet, have they?
No, they play tonight and they're up 2-1.
Yeah, against Washington.
Okay. And now you still. How do you feel about your Boston team there, Drew?
I mean, after the way they started out, I did not have high expectations, but they've looked pretty good in this Wizards series.
Now I saw something about someone on the Celtics being the new villain of the NBA.
Yeah.
Who is that, and why is he the villain?
Well, I mean, they say he's a dirty player.
Who
Kelly Olynyk,
Okay.
tall white dude from Gonzaga.
Okay. Oh, they just because he seems mean.
Well,
Takes a lot of cheap
but no
shots.
one said this until this particular incident. Now everyone's coming out of the woodwork like, oh yeah, he's definitely a dirty player. Like he set a hard screen. Kelly Oubre for the Wizards, his player didn't let him know, hey, screen to your right, like you're supposed to let him know. He caught his chin on Kelly's shoulder. He didn't throw the shoulder. He caught his chin, fell over, and then Kelly Oubre rushed him, pushed him, and got suspended for the game tonight.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, see, it was the other guy's fault.
See, those two
Guy
teams are
ran into
actually
He ran into him.
All right.
they're actually very similar. I think two superstar point guards and a bunch of mediocre
Nobodies.
supporting cast.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So what's the other stuff people are coming out of the woodworks and saying about him?
Just that they hate his guts. His mother's a whore. You know,
Really?
things like that.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
That seems very uncalled for. She's got
Right.
nothing to do with this. True or not?
Do you remember from Roadhouse when the guy goes, "What if she calls your mama a whore?" And Patrick Swayze turns and goes, "Well, is she?"
Okay.
So, Drew, is she?
There isn't facts to back it up. I don't
Yeah.
know.
There is or isn't?
There is not.
Oh.
All right. So what are we taking? Who are we taking? Who's going to win this Jazz? Not the Jazz, but who's going to win this whole shindig?
Well, I thought the interesting thing was that the Warriors were complaining about going to Utah because there's no nightlife.
Yeah.
Yes, I heard that.
They're not even worried. I think Golden State's going to take this one.
It's kind of like, well, you know,
Because
you think the whole thing. You think Golden State's going to take the whole thing?
Like Clay Thompson and Steph Curry, the Splash Brothers, shot 20% last night, and they won by double digits.
Oh.
Well, they won 73 games last year and then added arguably the best player in the NBA. Right. So, you know,
They have too much firepower.
yeah, I think so too. It took them a while to get used to like everything
Because
playing
they had
together.
some ups and downs this season, right?
Yeah,
Well, I mean, this
and
is the
Cleveland
first
did too.
time they've all been on the floor healthy.
Hey, I was going to say, is Durantula feeling better?
Yeah.
Yes,
Didn't
they're
he
all
hurt
playing well.
something?
But
Yeah.
you watch, that's the thing that could change. Because I really think it's why they lost last year, is because I don't think, what's-his-face was right.
Steph Curry?
Yeah, I don't think he was right. I think he had a leg injury that they kind of played him through. But that could change. I mean, you had San Antonio lose their point guard the other night for the rest of the playoffs.
Is Tony Parker?
He had played in 233 playoff games in a row for over a span of 16 years.
You never know when that injury bug is going to bite you.
Yeah, that's it. So I mean, it can kill you if you get the wrong player hurt at the wrong time. But
Also, if you play for 16 years, you know, it
Yeah,
might,
right, no kidding.
might catch you every once in a while.
Yeah, and if you're from France. you know,
Right.
Well, his
they
father was
they
American.
have weak knees.
His father was American.
Yeah.
Okay.
He got his knees from his mom.
Okay.
Boom.
So you're saying,
Yes.
you're saying that he is American except he has French knees.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Okay. Makes
And
sense.
his mother is well known, you know.
Oh, please don't even. Don't.
There are plenty of facts.
Nope.
on that one.
Parker, I didn't even know her.
Okay.
Have you
Wore out her knees a lot.
have you seen the trailer for the movie Dunkirk?
No.
For what?
It's about the evacuation of the British off of the beach Dunkirk in
Oh,
1940
sure.
when the Germans were about to push 400,000 Germans into the British into the sea.
Right.
And they were evacuated at the last minute, and it's basically they would have lost the war had those guys all died on the beach. But I was watching the trailer on the computer, and I noticed that there weren't any French guys to be seen on the beach, and it's because they had already surrendered.
Yep.
Boom! Take that, French.
Oh, okay.
Their weak knees couldn't
I'm
hold
not
up.
sure that
Right,
really.
weak knees. He's right. It's on to something. Now, fast forward 90, 80 years in basketball.
Tony Parker.
Yeah, weak knees.
After only 16 years
Yes.
of playing professional basketball.
233 games in
at
a row
the
weren't
highest-
enough. He had to get an injury.
At the highest level.
Oh, my.
Vince
Okay.
Carter has been there for 19 years, and he's
Not
40,
French.
and he's good.
He's not French either.
Well,
His knees are fine.
There's no way that this would not hold up to further scrutiny. So I think we should move on. Can I have a change of topic music?
Hey, Mills, fact check the state of Jacques Chirac's knees, please.
Somebody called my mama a whore. Is she?
God.
I love that movie.
Good times. Is that the change of topic music?
Yeah.
Okay, of course it was. All right, guys, the NHL playoffs are also happening through the end of June or something.
Gary, you okay, buddy? You okay over there?
Yeah.
Talking about the NHL?
Yeah. Okay.
You
Why
sure?
do you say that?
Oh, my God,
it's
did it
happening.
happen?
It's happening again.
Is it happening? I thought the one guy got hurt on
He
the
did.
Penguins.
All the more reason you'd think that we would win.
What's the record?
What's happening?
Capitals versus Penguins. What's happening? What's happening?
We're waiting.
Did it finish
What's
last
happening?
night?
Did it finish?
I didn't watch the game last night. Did it finish last night?
I was.
And our lights went out.
Yeah, we lost all power. So,
But only like 20 townhouses in our development. Like everything else around us was fine.
Yeah.
It was weird.
I know Pittsburgh was up 3-1. I just don't know who won last night.
yeah, I don't
All
know
right.
either.
Well,
we had no power.
Let's find that.
We
and
are-
you
yeah.
know what? We're powerless over this.
Yes,
too,
I
Gary.
am.
Oh, I got it.
Oh, the Capitals survived.
Yeah.
Yes. No, it'll go to 3-3, and Pittsburgh's best player will be out, and they'll have all the momentum, and then a young Yankees fan will reach over the stands in right field and snatch the puck out of the net, and we'll lose by 1.
Okay, well, that's
Yeah,
a little
I mean,
bit of
that-
a mixed metaphor.
No,
but I
that
get you
really
going.
that really could happen.
Yeah.
It is the Capitals.
Right.
So, but at what point do you say like maybe Ovechkin isn't the best player in the universe? And I know
I think
his
you
name.
can say that now.
No, he's not the best. He's really good.
That's why I always hear like, oh, Ovechkin.
I mean, the way Connor McDavid's been playing, he might could take that title after these.
I don't
this
know
year.
who that man is.
He's the rookie from the Oilers.
He sounds like a very famous
or
golfer.
second-year player.
He
That
does.
sounds like a golfing name.
Connor McDavid.
Hey,
He's already the captain of the Oilers.
who else is still in it?
You got the Ducks that are about to put away
Do you always like deep in your heart root for the Ducks because movies?
a little bit.
Okay.
Ducks have if they go back to their old logo. I don't like their new logo.
Oh, okay,
I like their owner, Howard the Duck.
Baby, that's not
What? He took all the money from his movie and bought the hockey
Howard
team.
the Duck Hughes, the billionaire investor.
No, Howard from the movie.
Baby, that was a joke about a billionaire who buys a hockey team.
Yeah, I know.
Howard the Duck Hughes.
Flies all the team around in the spruce goose.
Is the Spruce Goose.
Wow.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Right.
To fly the ducks. And this has got legs, or shall I say wings.
Ah.
What? This is an amazing idea. No, who else is in it for reals?
In the East, you have the Rangers and Senators. Senators are up 3-2 in the series, and the Penguins and Capitals. Pittsburgh's up 3-2, and in the West, you got the Blues and Predators. Nashville's up 3-2, and the Ducks are up 3-2 on the Oilers.
All right, so so we got 8 teams left.
Yeah.
All right, and it'll end sometime mid-June. Who are you picking, Drew? Or give me the 2. Give me the finalists. How about that?
Nashville's really looking good. I think Nashville might make it, and I think it's going to come down to a great series between the Rangers and the Penguins.
Sorry, Gary. Who are you picking, Gary?
Oh, how can anybody root against anybody but the Blackhawks? They're the team every.
Yeah.
What?
That's my
We're
pick.
already out, okay?
Oh, sorry. I think the Capitals are going to win it.
Or who do you think they're going to play against?
You can't even say that in a straight face.
Mr. Glass half full
I'm gonna-
of tequila.
I was all set to root to suspect that the Penguins were going to win this year until Crosby got the concussion. Now, I don't know. They'll beat the Capitals, of course, but I don't know.
So you think Rangers?
I'll take the Ducks.
That's probably a safe
Ducks
bet
Rangers in the finals?
Oh, I don't know.
Probably be Ducks Penguins.
Wait, I thought you just said the Capitals.
All kinds of birds.
I'm taking the Ducks. I don't know who they're playing.
All right. You're taking the Ducks.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Can I have another change of topic music, Mr. Bishop? Monsieur Bishop?
Enough with the Frenchy stuff.
There was a historic French election today.
What is this?
Tonight on News Channel 6. Right, that's what I was going for. Hey, we're in Wilmington, North Carolina, and the most important thing that has ever happened here is finishing up now.
Convention?
Not the
more
One
important
Tree
than
Hill,
that.
Not even more important than the One Tree Hill Convention is the Wells Fargo Champion.
Mama a whore.
Yeah, even more important than whore calling mothers. Is the Wells Fargo Championship Golf Tournament is here for 1 year at Eagle Point Golf Club, and it
The
is-
whole year?
It's only here this one time.
Oh.
This 1 year. And thank God
Yes,
it's
one
not
of the
all year.
46
Is it going back to
officially
Charlotte?
sanctioned
Yes.
golf tournaments.
And so it's here, and
Well, Blair,
Why
anytime
just the 1 year?
Anytime
because there is another PGA tournament at the golf course they're usually at in Charlotte, and they can't have them in the same year at one golf place or something like that, and so they moved it here for 1 year only.
See, you wouldn't understand this because you've always lived in these two-bit towns. But when you live in a real town, anytime,
you mean like New York and Chicago and Washington,
anytime
D.C.?
that a golf major is played in your town, it's a big effing deal. There's only 4 of them a year. That's how golf excellence is judged.
This is one of the 4?
Yeah, it's the U.S. Open, right?
No.
Oh, well, it's the Masters.
No, it's not that easy.
Oh, right, because it's the PGA.
No, it's not that
It's Augusta.
I'm sorry. It's the British Open that's being...
No, it's none of those.
Oh, that's probably in Britain.
Yeah. It's just a golf tournament.
Well, then what's a big effing deal?
Right, right.
It's everything.
All I know is Francisco Molinari was up a stroke on day 2.
A French dude?
No,
It sounds Italian or Spanish.
I
Francisco Molinari.
Or Portuguese.
Or something
Yeah.
like that. Not French.
Okay, I'm just
Doesn't
making sure.
well look it up.
Moroccan?
Social motive even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what do you guys like that it's here?
F&A. I bought tickets and went. It was fantastic.
You did none of those things.
Oh, right, because I hate it.
Yeah, it's just more traffic.
It made the traffic really bad.
Yes, it did.
I couldn't get into any of my restaurants.
That's. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
David Johnson's winning.
Who is that?
David Johnson, good old US of A.
Yeah.
I don't
It'll
know.
be his first green jacket.
I don't know. There's no.
No, he's just going to buy a green jacket.
Right.
That's David Robinson's son.
Yes, oddly enough.
Yeah.
7'2".
Wow.
Yeah.
That's unexpected.
Yes.
Who is David Johnson?
No clue.
What's some of the
Okay.
restaurants that you got turned down at? They were like,
You did not. We went to not to give any free
Mr. Gary,
endorsements.
Mr. Gary, I'm sorry, your table is not ready tonight because
Yeah, right. There's no room at Denny's. Is
the
that-
U.S. Open is here tonight.
What does that mean?
What?
Are you criticizing my ability to find,
No,
to
but I'm
appreciate a
just-
good
Just
restaurant?
saying, like we went to Pose. It was
I've
fine.
dined in the finest restaurants in Hampstead, and let me tell you.
The purse is $7.5 million.
Yes.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, so that's so. Who's that?
Someone get
David
up
Johnson.
Mr. Gary a table.
Right.
Grand slams on the house.
Toot sweet.
Right.
That's French.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, so where did you go and you got denied?
Nowhere. He's just. You're. Just,
It's actually the other way around. I went to have lunch on my break yesterday at Bojangles to try the new
choice.
chicken finger
It's
sandwich
so good.
with spicy sweet sauce.
It's nice to see you guys find common ground.
And I was literally the only person in there. Normally it's slam packed, and they were all complaining about the golf tournament. Nobody was eating chicken yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well. And what else you've been enjoying? Oh, no, I'm sorry. Was this at Hardee's that you've been enjoying a certain biscuit?
Oh yes, by the way, Bishop, Hardee's now features. In fact, I have a picture of it.
Porkopolis?
The apocalypse.
Apocalypse.
Yes.
You have a photo on your phone?
Yeah, I took a picture of the.
Perhaps it. Well,
Wow.
you can tweet that. Send that to me, and I'll tweet that out.
Okay.
I want to see it right now. Is it you eating it? Is it like you like?
No,
stuffing
it's
it?
a picture of the display in the window. A picture of the giant
Of the
blown up,
the prototype.
blown up with the.
Right.
But actually, that's not what fascinates me. Right. See, I only get to go to breakfast. I haven't been to Hardee's in a real time, in a long time.
Right.
They have an ad for the baby back burger, which evidently is
Drew is nodding and
big ass Hardy.
acknowledgement.
Drew's Hardy. We're like,
Yes.
this is so last week.
Yes, you're in the zone.
Come on, man. They've come out with 3 burgers since then.
Yeah.
Well, have you seen the new commercial? They've gotten very daring.
I like how they're doing the weird dad son combo.
It's like and it's for both Hardee's and Carl's Jr. at the same time. Basically, the guy pretends that like his son took it over and ran it into the ground by being too commonplace, and he's like gonna be crazy and go do crazy things, and then bam, they come out with the porkopolis and the baby back, the baby,
I'm sorry to
right, and the
fact
baby,
check you
the
in.
baby back burger.
Okay.
Does the baby back burger have bones in it or no?
No.
Baby back burger.
You know, McDonald's took one approach where they had it shaped like it had bones in it, but it was just shaped like that. There wasn't actually a bone.
Like one of the Play-Doh press, like restaurant presses.
Yeah. By the way, I saw a very funny cartoon yesterday, which I told you about, but I haven't told Mr. Bishop.
Okay.
Adam is sitting around with God, and he's eating a McRib. And God says, "Hey, Adam, I'm really sorry that I'm going to have to take your McRib." And the next panel is McRib is gone, and there's a naked woman standing there. And he goes, "Hey, this is Eve. Sorry about the McRib. I needed the McRib to make Eve." And then the last panel, he's just sitting there fuming with that angry expression on his face. And it supposedly was the root of misogyny.
Is that why all women taste like barbecue sauce?
Yes, that's why.
Is that what we? Okay.
That was the first rule, first reason why we hate women.
Right.
Because they stole our McRib.
Right. Okay. You know what? I'm just going to leave that there. So, is anything else about the Wells Fargo tournament that you guys or the
No,
McRib
just the
or
McRib
Hardest
thing
String-
was all I really had about
All
the
right,
golf
so
tournament.
mostly about Bojangles being free and clear.
Yep.
So really, the whole tournament thing was a good thing for you.
No, he likes to go to Bojangles and talk to people.
Oh, okay. That's his only time to interact with other human beings.
Honestly, this is a religious Bojangles, and they play nothing but like modern Christian rock in there. When I'm the only one in there, I can hear every lyric.
Okay, I'm
so,
sorry.
Yeah.
By the way, are we all sure that Drew's new tattoo is spelled correctly? It's very scripty. I feel like there's 2 eyes in villain. Like, not 2 eyes. I feel like there's 2 eyes at the end.
Okay, so Drew's got a new tattoo.
Yeah, and it says villain.
And it's in...
And I know it's spelt right on your Google. I'm just not sure it's spelt right on your arm. I mean, it must be hard for you to even see the whole thing because it goes to the back. You can't see what I see.
In fairness, he's actually looking. There's some level of insecurity.
It's spelled right.
Here, let me see. Turn your arm. Let me see. You have a tattoo of a porkocalypse biscuit. You think it says
yes,
villain.
It's spelled right.
I would totally get the apocalypse
Gary,
tattooed
is that
on
your
me.
first tattoo ever?
Maybe.
Excuse me, but it's apocalypse.
Yes.
Can we get this right, guys?
It is a
porkopolis.
That's not. It's not the Acropolis as a pork
Batman,
sandwich.
hurry back to Porkopolis.
Can you spell check that, please?
It's the
I spell checking it off
the
of your...
apocalypse as a pork sandwich, not the Acropolis. Jesus, man.
Yours says V.
This
Hold
is-
on. Turn your arm. V.
Here, I have a picture.
No, I don't want to see a picture. I want to see your arm.
There's a picture.
All of it,
that's
right?
a photo of
We
your
know
arm.
it's spelled right in the picture on the phone.
Yeah, but that's a photo of his tattoo.
It's above my arm.
If Batman
Is that
doesn't,
what they told you? Is that
Yeah.
what they told you?
Yep.
That's your arm?
Here,
Okay.
let me see.
if Batman doesn't rush back to a Porkopolis, the Joker's going to be both a smoker and a midnight toker.
Okay, guys. Oh, look at the time. Let's. Can I have a change of topic music, please, sir?
All right, change topic at your own peril.
All right, fine. You asked for it.
This is what.
You gotta have a pet, keep it on a leash.
Ha ha ha! Yeah, it's
That's misogyny.
it's
That's a misogynistic comment.
the same
from
guy
the
from the first
Roadhouse.
comment had a very funny line when they opened the storeroom door and he was having sex with an underage girl and he said, "But I'm on my break."
Okay. This is why we're never going to make it big, guys.
Yeah.
Do you want
All right?
another?
All of what's going on this episode.
All right, you want to clean the palette? All right, sorry.
No, it's all right.
All right, we can.
Hey,
Oh, by the
guys.
way, ESPN is shopping this episode to see if they want to buy it for their sports
Are
network.
they going to hire us and then
Right,
fire us?
because, they fired 700 million people last
Well,
week.
we work much cheaper than those people do.
exactly. So we're about all they can afford right now.
Yeah.
So this is actually the best our chances have looked in a very long
Yeah,
time.
yeah. And I'm actually one of the only men in the United States with less hair than Scott Van Pelt.
Right. So we're working it.
They probably Scott Van Pelt?
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
I was about to write
He's
it.
what
like
a few people-
he's the star.
They
Yeah.
fire Scott, we riot.
Yeah. All right, guys. Kentucky Derby was yesterday. American Dreaming won, I think.
That's cool.
And then, but one of the horses didn't want to go on the ride, so only 19 of them ran.
All right.
One of them named Thunder Snow, which I thought was a great name. Thunder Snow. Doesn't that sound like a great name? Anyway, this Irish horse named Thundersnow just back into the thing. Gary's showing me a picture of a baby back rib burger. This is not what we're talking about right now.
I just found the picture.
All right, and so only 19 horses ran.
Yeah.
Okay, anything else on the Derby?
I'm not a fan of horse racing.
American Dreaming.
Have you been to that before? That seems like something that you would go to, Blair.
Me?
Is that horse named after Stephen Colbert's ice cream?
No. Why do you think it seems like something I would go to?
Pretentiously standing around the infield in a sundress and a hat while you drink your ninth.
No. I used to get invited to that stuff from when I was at school at Washington Lee, and not the Kentucky
I'm just saying,
Derby.
out of all the people I know, you seem the most likely to go to the Kentucky Derby.
I can occasionally get. I know people who do. How about that?
There we see.
Just for networking.
But it's not my thing. I don't feel comfortable, and it's just so.
You don't like hats?
I went to the garden party here once.
See, we're getting somewhere.
And did you or did you not wear a hat?
I did wear a hat.
Did you drink a mint julep?
I don't think so.
No.
You got to have the full experience.
But I've never been in the Kentucky Derby. I went to the infield of the Preakness once in college. It was the infield. It was like a mess. We all wore shorts and it was muddy disaster.
We did a much better thing. We watched the Preakness in a Vegas sports book, which was
Now that's
awesome.
Now that's nice because there's snacks. It's very comfortable.
But did it or did it not go insane?
It did go
It went insane. I couldn't believe that many people. You know how many degenerate like horse gamblers there are in Vegas until you watch a major race.
And you're in the hotel, so if you want to go take a nap, you just go take a nap. You get tired of it, you just leave. It's like I feel so trapped at those events, like because you can't just drive there because it's such a cluster. You got to get on shuttle buses, and I don't like it.
Right.
But yes, Gary, we were there for our co-ed bachelorette weekend. 10 years ago now. It would have been right around a couple weeks from now.
I've never had such good strip mall Thai food.
It was excellent strip mall Thai food.
How do you know?
Well, that's what everyone said.
All right.
Why wouldn't you know? Why didn't you know?
Well,
we had
the boys went their way and we went our way.
Oh.
Yes, and whoever picked our restaurant got very creative.
Yes, and then we had an excellent that Nobu the next night.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yes, we did.
I still have the menu.
It was
for
a
that.
strip club with Thai food?
No.
Oh, what?
A strip mall.
Although,
like instead of eating at any of the 1,000 fine restaurants on the strip, we drove 9 miles into the rural Las Vegas and ate in a strip mall.
But it was good.
It was good.
But
it was.
But don't you think there could be a Thai food? Strip club in Las Vegas. Why not?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, a lot of Thai things.
You can name it like Mama Thai's or something like that.
Yeah, or tie me up or whatever.
Wow.
Oh, well, that's a bondage one.
Right. Well, it's themed. There's themes.
Right.
I do like a theme. But yeah. So is that all we've got to say about horse racing?
I'm trying to think of Thai dishes that make sex puns.
That's all right.
I'll get back to you on that.
Bangkok chicken.
Right. Yes.
There you go. Hey, what if we had some change of topic music about?
All right.
Oh, wow. All right, guys, here's your chance to finally chime in since you didn't get a chance last week to talk about the NFL draft and all things like that or any other loose ends.
There seem to be a lot of people this year who had punched women in the face that still went in the second round.
A lot of questionable characters.
Yes, more than usual.
A lot of Valens as
Villains. Villians?
Yes.
Villians.
Yes, a lot of Villians, as in Drew's tattoo. There's 3 eyes in your Villian, just so you know.
Yeah, well, you'll always see him coming.
Right. So, what are we talking about here?
So, Gary said there's a lot of people
The
that
villain,
punch
the
women in the
villains.
face.
Yeah, I know, but who?
Well, and it's just funny how also in 1 year, running back goes from a position that you don't have to take a guy until the 4th round to get the best guy to all of a sudden 4 teams took one in the first 20 picks or something. Yeah.
And wasn't there something with the Bears and they traded and that was such a big deal
yes, that
for
was
some
a ridiculous.
reason?
I don't know why they did that.
What happened?
They traded.
What do you mean? They took your boy.
Yeah, I'm not sold on him at all.
Who's it? Oh, the NC State guy?
Mitchell. Whoa.
What? Or UNC?
Hold on, real quick.
Did she just say NC State?
We'll just edit that out.
We'll fix it in post.
Yeah, see, we almost,
Timestamp.
as is really evident if you listen regularly to the podcast, we almost
Which
never.
almost no one does.
But some do. We almost never edit.
No.
And unless my rule is if it's going to get somebody divorced, fired, or arrested, we will edit.
You should
and
be arrested
apparently
for that
that me saying NC State there.
That's
is
not
one of
exactly
those
the rule.
things.
The rule is
It's
the rule is we never edit unless it violates one of Blair's personal pet peeves.
Right. When like I said, divorced, arrested, or fired.
No.
Because if you don't take it out, Louis, I will fire you, and then I will divorce Gary, and I'll stab Drew.
Why do I get stabbed?
Yeah, fired, arrested. And see, you got stabbed instead of arrested, I guess.
Wow.
Sorry, Drew.
That escalated
Look,
fast.
it wasn't me.
Drew killed a man.
It's 2017. Stabbed, arrested, same thing.
Same diff. So wait, so what happened with the guy is not from?
Is that the Diet Coke that you were going to offer me?
Yeah,
earlier?
but I'm taking it
I
now.
see. All right.
So he's not from NC State. What is it?
UNC.
Okay. So
Mitchell Trubisky.
And why are you not sold on him?
He played 13 games in college.
That would be slavery.
That seems like. Now that might be something we edit out.
Because it's your pet peeve. I know.
No, it might get you divorced.
I know.
No, but seriously, like, what I asked this, and I was confused. I'm like, I must be missing something, because I heard he had only played 13 games, but then I'm like, oh well, maybe that was only at UNC. Maybe he transferred and redshirted or whatever they do. Really only played 13 games?
Really, he was a junior starter. He started for the first time his junior year. Played 13 games. Announced he was going into the draft.
All right. Gary, you seem more sold on him than Drew.
Well, you know how these things are. He looks
now
good.
I actually don't. That's the whole premise of this show.
Yeah, well, it was when it started.
Right.
He looks good in his underwear, and he can throw the ball 100 yards, so that makes him, prototypical pro quarterback prospect. And about 1 out of every 8 of those pan out. So.
All right. Well, let's make this a little more personal. What do you think was a good or bad move for your Carolina Panthers there, Drew?
I really liked all their picks. It was surprising. I didn't know that's the route they were going.
Well, let's pretend for a second that I don't know who their picks were or what the route was.
They picked a lot of small, fast guys.
Okay. And
in the vein of, like, the Patriots.
So will that help Cam Newton, or is that building for something else?
We'll see.
Hey, could we listen to Drew Pearson's speech?
Okay, we can in a second.
Okay.
Can you look up? You know what I'm talking about?
No, but
he
No,
announced
don't
he announced the Cowboys' second-round draft pick.
Oh,
and
that
it
was good.
pretty spectacular.
That was really
It's
good.
Pearson, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Drew, and he is a Cowboys
Yeah,
alum.
I watched it.
And so, who did you like? What did you like or not like about the Cowboys?
What do you think about Switzer? I think he's going to be a great punt returner.
Yeah, I think the NFL likes dynamic players, and you can put them in as many. You could run kicks back and punts back,
run the slot,
and yeah, exactly. And they can hand him off the ball in the end around. And there's that guy for LA that scores a touchdown like every third game, a little tiny wide receiver that never catches anything.
Austin.
But yeah, he gets like 6 touchdowns a year, just weird off the ball plays, So I think he'll be good.
I have it, by the way.
Okay.
All right, so we want to set this up?
Yes. To make it more of a TV show, they've had, like, after the first round is over, they have, like, famous alumni and such introduce the picks.
Well, I think Mandy Moore from This Is Us introduced something for the...
I don't know. They're
trying
to make it...
The singer?
But she's also an actress, and I think she introduced something for... Is This Is Us set in Pittsburgh? She introduced...
Well, whatever. You get the point. They're all getting people who are tied to them in various ways. So the Cowboys had Drew Pearson announce their second-round draft pick, and they're in Philadelphia, Cowboys' arch-rival city, where the fans are known for their...
I thought the Redskins were their arch-rivals.
Well, they're
the
NFC...
Giants.
The 3 of those teams have been with them in the NFC East for a long time.
A triumvirate of
yes,
arch-rivalry.
all hate each other. And Philly known for its,
Poor sportsmanship.
yes, and nasty fans.
Which, by the way, listeners, I think it's episode 75 of My Fantasy Wife podcast. You can hear a lot about that when we talk to Aaron Jackson. Go back. That's hilarious.
And in fact, we're going to need to go to the doctor after this podcast because you can get VD just by mentioning Philly fans.
Okay. Okay. Now, let's do this because we have to set up
so
and
anyway,
we got to get to our guest, Hal
with no
Sparks.
warning, we're thinking he's just going to come out and say something about the draft. And never mind, he's in front of 60,000 Philadelphia fans. He just decides to do this.
And like 5 Cowboys fans.
Wow, they sound angry. They don't like them.
I want to thank the Eagle fans for allowing me to have a career in the NFL. Thank you.
He's just going out there emotional.
Yeah.
As an undrafted free agent, to be selected to make the Cowboys' second-round draft pick, and on behalf of the 5-time world champion Dallas Cowboys, Hall of Fame owner Jerry Jones, Team Jones and the Jones family, Coach Jason Garrett, all the Cowboy
That was so great.
If I was that player selected, I would. He got the best introduction. Out of
Yeah,
everyone.
they've played that 10,000 times. He's going to be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, and didn't you say Roger Goodell told him to go out there?
Yeah, there were all sorts of stuff later about evidently Roger Goodell encouraged him to do that.
That was very funny.
That was pretty funny.
I mean, it's ratings.
He got rolling there in the middle.
That was fun, guys. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to...
Also, he's my all-time... You didn't know this.
Oh,
he's
this
my
is
all-time
okay.
favorite Cowboy.
Fun fact. Yes, I always say that it's Roger Staubach, but explain very quickly
Well,
why.
when I was watching, Staubach is a great player, whatever, but Drew Pearson is the one who always caught like the last-second touchdown pass to win the game. He was just always my favorite player.
Yeah, Gary likes him.
So I didn't even know he's still alive because he was playing early 70s.
Well, he is.
Yeah.
Alive and kicking.
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, we're now gonna get to the guest portion of our show and talk to our guest Hal Sparks on the Dead Crow Comedy Room Celebrity Talk Line. Dead Crow Comedy Room in Wilmington, North Carolina has weekly events featuring local and regional comedians and nationally touring comics from TV and movies every weekend, including Hal Sparks, who'll be there May 12th and 13th, 2017. Whether you are a local or one of the thousands of tourists that come to the Wilmington, North Carolina beaches and area every year, be sure to check them out at deadcrowcomedy.com. That's deadcrowcomedy.com. And I'll do a quick intro of Mr. Sparks. Along with recently starring as the inventive scientist Donald Davenport in Disney...
I thought you were going to say Duck.
Disney XD's Lab Rats. Hal Sparks has also directed several episodes of the comedy show and joined the Directors Guild of America. Since the premiere in 2012 through its 4 seasons, Lab Rats is the network's most watched program. Hal is also known for his award-winning hosting of E's Emmy Award-winning Talk Soup for 5 seasons. Sparks is also fondly and universally remembered for his starring role in Queer as Folk. Big round of applause for Mr. Hal Sparks.
Did you write that?
No.
No, okay.
No. All right. Shoot. That's not... Can you hear that, Lewis?
Hear what? I have it. What?
Can you... I keep trying to pick up. He's called twice, and it's not coming through.
I have it potted up.
Did you say potted up?
Yeah, potted up.
Is that a radio term?
Yeah.
I have a potted plant.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Well, pod, not pod.
Let me try to...
potted up.
I'm going to try to call him back.
Yeah.
Potted?
Pod.
Up.
All right.
Podded.
Not like potted meat.
Hold on. Can you...
Ooh,
It's clear.
do you have some potted
It's
meat?
the timers. Can you... I can't... Hello? Yeah. This is...
Energy.
Well, just tell them that.
I like your new fragrance ad you got going on.
He just texted me, and he says he can't hear us, so...
We'll try to get them back, and then if you can't get them back, then try it next week. You know?
All right. Should we play the game?
Yeah, let's play the game.
Sure.
Everybody play the game.
Shoot. And he's going to go to the
love.
thing. All right. Well, guys, you didn't look at your outline, did you?
Of course not.
I never do.
Okay, good.
Hey,
Excellent.
I have a suggestion.
I was counting on that. You never looking at it.
How about can we use the Queen song, "The Game," for our game theme music from now on? It's a good game. Good
Only
song.
if you sing it.
Okay. Well,
Queen song? The game?
Yeah. That was the name of their album that had what was their giant, huge, big song?
okay. Well, let's
Another one
play
bites the
this
dust?
so we
Yes.
can move on. Should we play it still? All right. Okay, this is the Pittsburgh, because Hal Sparks is a Pittsburgh Pirates fan, and he threw out the first pitch a few years ago at one of their games. Pittsburgh Pirate
unfortunate.
Trivia Challenge. In what year were the Pittsburgh Pirates...
Who's playing this? All of us?
Yeah,
Okay.
but I know the answers.
Right.
In
So what are we
Chiming in?
Yeah, we're chiming in.
right.
What is our personal chime-ins?
Ding.
Gary?
Mine will be, hello?
Okay. Can we get that each again? Drew?
Ding.
Gary?
Hello?
One more time.
Ding.
Hello?
All right. That should
You can almost
the-
make music that way.
Yeah,
It's
no
like,
kidding.
"Ba-ba-ba."
So the first question is, I'm going to give you a selection. In what year were the Pittsburgh Pirates founded? 1892, 1903, 1881, or 1912?
Ding.
Yes. Drew.
03.
No.
Hello?
Lewis.
What was C?
1881.
1881. I'll go with that.
Yes. Ding, 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 ding,
Wow.
ding, 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 ding. All right. Number 2. Number 2. The Pirates lost in the first modern World Series in 1903 to which team? A, the Washington Senators. B, the Boston Americans. C, the New York Yankees. Or D, the Brooklyn Dodgers.
Hello?
Oh, wait, I'm going to give it to Drew, I think.
I think it's the Americans.
Yes, it is. Ding, 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 ding.
Wow.
Number 3. This is not multiple choice.
Play the game.
This right fielder for the Pirates.
Everybody play the game.
This right fielder for the Pirates was the first Latin American/Caribbean player to be enshrined in the base. Yes.
Clemente.
Yes, Drew Harrison before it's even finished. Number 4. This was the original name of the team back in the 1880s. A, the Carnegies. B, the Steelers. C, the Alleghenies. D, the Tri-Rivers.
Hello?
Gary, I'm going to give it to you.
That would be C.
Yes, it was the Alleghenies. Oh, I remember.
What is an Allegheny?
It's the mountain.
It's the mountain range.
Okay.
Number
Pittsburgh
5
Cinema.
out of 8, guys. In 1970, this Pirates pitcher threw a no-hitter while on LSD. Gary.
It's Doc, what's his last name?
Doc.
Doc something or
I'm
another.
going to give it to you.
No, don't give it to him. and he
Too
can say
bad.
his name.
Doc Ellis.
Ellis, that's it.
All
He
right.
could have thought it was Doc Holliday. He was. If you let him talk, he was going to
Gary,
say.
did you think it was Doc Holiday?
No,
He said
I
Doc.
thought it was Doc Ellis, but I couldn't
He was
remember.
about to say he had
Number-
tuberculosis. Also,
Number 6. This short. My Wikipedia listing after this is going to have terrible things about me written by Louis Bishop.
Right.
Number 6. This shortstop named the Flying Dutchman was one of the first. Gary.
Archie Vaughan.
No.
No?
Was one of the first 5 inductees into the Baseball Hall of Fame in
Oh.
1936.
hello.
Yes, Louis.
I think you should just give it to Gary because he threw out his guess. Even though
No,
it
you
wasn't
should give it to
right.
Gary because
Drew?
it's Honus Wagner.
Hold
That's
on,
what
no,
you
I
should
did.
do.
That wasn't my guess.
It was
Honus
Honus Wagner. I'm going to give it to Gary now.
Oh, come on. He doesn't get to guess twice.
He has to put up with a lot, guys.
No.
Number 7.
Yeah, you really do.
This Sister Sledge hit was the theme song for the Pirates' journey to their 1979 World Series. Gary.
We are family.
That's correct. All right. And for it all, the last question, number 8. This 7-time All-Star and 2-time World Series champ was known as Pops. Gary.
Willie Stargell.
Yes, Gary Ames for the
I feel
win.
like this was all in his wheelhouse. I don't appreciate any
Well, just because I
questions.
wrote it.
There's no questions after 1980.
All right.
That's
All right,
true. That's
so-
true.
well,
Ask him a
'cause
current question.
that's-
I don't know any
That's
current
not
Pirates.
fair because they didn't do
I
that
know they
much.
haven't been good in a very long
Yeah.
time.
I wasn't, I know I'm old, Drew, but I wasn't around when it was the Pittsburgh Alleghenies
Yeah.
either.
All right, guys.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
That's
I don't know, real
gonna.
quick. I have a. You ever heard this song, Gary? This is a good Queen tune.
Yeah.
Dragon Attack?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
a very good.
That's the
song.
same album.
It
Oh,
is.
we can do Dragon Attack when we talk about Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
that
Oh, by
is-
the way,
is
I
that
heard a
coming back
fascinating Game of Thrones rumor,
What's that?
which I'm pretty sure is true.
They all die?
No. The last season is coming up. And
Yeah.
I couldn't tell from the way they phrased it whether it's this season or whether after this season is last season. But
No,
they're
it's-
currently being pitched 4 new
Yes.
ideas, and they're going to pick one, some, or all of them to make either miniseries or new, completely different spin-off
Yeah.
series
Don't
out
do
of
that. Don't do that.
It's gonna be good.
No.
All right, guys.
And it's going to go back in time, like revisit earlier things. I think that'd be good.
All right, guys. That's
It's
gonna
too much
wrap
to keep up with.
us up for this week. Like us on Facebook and all that other wonderful stuff. You can check out this episode and everything else and all the links to Stitcher and YouTube and everything else at myfantasywife.com.
You forgot to tell them about the GoFundMe account for the cat.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Bishop, for taking us out with the rockabilly stylings of
Queen.
Freddie Mercury and Queen. No, the rockin' out stylings of Freddie Mercury and Queen.